Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 hit games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description listing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 270. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. First up, Joseph Adams has dug up wingames /comp/7. So some kind of game to do with the number 7. Where is it? 7? Got 7? There it is. Well, I got a 7.bin, 7.text. So sevven. Well, let's see what we got. Can you beat this? What? Okay, so I think what we have here is like a high score table, but it's been put inside of a text file. So that kind of almost tells us that this may have been made by somebody inexperienced at programming. So this could be interesting in both a good or a bad way. Well, that's weird. Most of this, the data for whatever this is in this bin file. The executable itself is only 17 kilobytes. Huh. Well, let's run it. 7. And we're already losing points. Quickly, does it maximize? No, it doesn't. Didn't expect it. Okay, so something's going on here, and I have no idea what. What's the help say? Well, we can already see that this was made by Chris Velasquez. The 7-letter word game. So not like the letter V 6 times, instead we have the letter V 3 times and then an SC and an EN attached to it. And apparently this guy is a macho Scrabble stud. Okay, already. How to play. Object is to... This doesn't maximize either. Object to make as many 7-letter words from the scrambled letters in 10 minutes. Okay then. So I've actually played variants of this before. I think one example of a variant of this is in Bookworm Adventures. That one has one where you're only dealing with... Is it a 5-letter? No, it's longer than a 5-letter word. Where you're trying to pull as many letters, make as many words as possible from the letters you have. So click on the letter and move the mouse without releasing the button. This is dragging. Okay, to be fair, this is early enough in computing where telling somebody what dragging and dropping is not that much of a misnomer, because there's a lot of people who really don't understand those concepts at this point. Nowadays, this does seem a little more ridiculous, but whatever. Okay, so we drag and drop the letters, and click Submit to enter the word. Oh, that's probably why that bin file is so large. It's probably the dictionary for the game. Well, that's going to produce some interesting effects here if the dictionary is like missing particular words or something. Oh, what the? Plurals and simple verb tenses are not allowed except for unusual spellings? Okay, that's a little odd. Normally you wouldn't restrict that kind of thing. Like Boggle doesn't restrict that kind of thing. And it's also saying here, note if the letter gets stuck in its box, just drag the letter all the way out and then back in. Huh. Almost like there might be something like wrong with how it's handling things. And yeah, if we go best scores, yeah, that's what was stored in the text. You can't maximize that either. Anyways, so let's see if we can make some words here. So we can do ant. What just happened? That was weird. That didn't seem to count either. Does it have to be? It can't just only be 7-letter words. Oh no, it is. You have to make 7-letter words. What? That seems like it's a little ridiculous. Like, I mean, I can make 2 different words, but it wants me to make multiple 7-letter words out of only these 7 letters? Okay, so I tried restarting it here. I got a different set of letters. Notably, there's an ing here, so maybe if I can make, like, something here. Bushing? Is bushing a word? Let's see if bushing's a word. So ing submit. Okay, apparently bushing is a word. Oh, and it moves on to another set of letters. I see where we're going with this. So there's only one expected combination. But so long as you make any correct 7-letter word, it moves you on to another set of letters. And then the idea is to try and fill as many as you can within a freaking huge amount of time. Like, how much time did it give us? Does it actually say in here or not? Okay, and if you don't like a particular 7-letter word, you can pass it. And it actually tells you what the word was. In this case, sassily. Didn't even realize that was a word. Actually, I think I know what this one is. Because this was almost in the right order right away. I think it's corner. So, C-O-R-E-N-O-R. Okay, I see what it means by that. So, you can actually drag it behind the thing here. Oh, wait, that's not it? Like, I mean, I didn't think this was how corner was spelled, but I didn't see any other way of doing it, so this must be a different word. Okay, what was this word? Crooner. Oh, funny thing is, I know what that is. So, this one's a big nair, probably not. Although we've got another ing here. So, it could just be bearing. That seems like a pretty obvious one, almost. Looking for the ing is definitely a giveaway, because there's a lot of... Oh, whoops, I accidentally hit pass instead of submit. Whoops. Also, this is kind of throwing me off that the letters sometimes show up in these different colors. I don't know. Like, maybe there's a rhyme or reason for it, but I have no idea what it is. Well, it's not quite a Pentium, but we have a Panteum. Like, I mean, I know it's not a word, but... Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Pudaman? I have no idea what that word is. Quasin? Quasin? I've never heard that word before either. There's a lot of 7-letter words in here I have no idea about. And this one here almost... Well, actually, no, wait. I think this one's just lobster. Okay, one I can actually figure out here. Lobster. Please be right. Thank you. I'm not sure with this combination. I'm going to guess rotord, which I don't think is a word, but no. What's this one? Red root? Are you kidding me? That's one word? Yeah, almost out of time, so let's see what happens when we run out of time, because I'm not getting this one. 2, 1, 0. Your score is 410. Last word is suppose. Yeah, sure it is. Okay, I noticed it reset the points? Like, I mean, I know it was a negative score because I was not doing well at all, but you should at least leave the points on there so that you can see what your final score was after you click away the OK box. Okay, so that was 7, 7 spelled with 7 letters as opposed to 5, where you're supposed to guess 7-letter words, and there's some really freaking tough ones in here. So I guess if you like word games, it might be worth a shot, but this one's a little tricky. Next up from Michael Madsen is Wingames /puzzle3 /word hunt. Hopefully this one's a little easier than the last one we just did. Word hunt. Okay, so we got some puzzles. Got text file, fileid.diz. Word Hunter, a computerized version of a word search puzzle. Included in this are about half a dozen puzzles to solve. You can also create your own Word Hunter puzzles. So it's probably going to be, yeah, basic word search thing. You got text file here, apparently made by a Reevesoft? Or no, just a Reevesoft. So Reeve is probably the name of the person who made this, I'm guessing. Although the person who named this is apparently Alan. Alan Reeve? That would make sense. Whoa, but this guy wants a registration fee of $20, so this better be like one of the best word searches ever. And I just noticed here that these are the features that we won't be seeing in this word search, but they're features that the guy wanted to put in. So, kind of gives us an idea of where we're at here. But we'll see. We will see. So request Shareware, send in $20. Okay. That's an interesting way of doing it. Although hitting the maximize button, it does indeed seem to be sizing things. Hang on. If I put this in the corner. Okay, so it is sizing things dynamically, so that's a good sign. So we'll try leaving it maximized. And yeah, it automatically moved the letters thing too. Okay, so let's see here. We do have a help screen with an info. Yep, Alan Reeve. Dictionary not properly installed. That's kind of a weird message to see there. Hopefully that's not a big deal. Like, we didn't have any installation instructions or anything, so... Oh boy. Like, apparently there is a random generator thing here, but... I'm guessing it kind of relies on... Or it's actually kind of locked off, so I'm guessing, yeah, this kind of feels like it's not finished. Like, there's no version number or anything in here. I don't know. So let's open existing puzzle. Baby Talk Olympics Reg Summer? Maybe? Tools, Valentine, and video games. Ooh, video games. Oh, and it immediately clicked that letter there, even though I wasn't trying to. What am I even doing at the moment? Okay, this time I'm just going to hit enter to open it. And then let's do play. Okay, so now we actually are playing, I imagine. So yeah, there's just a bunch of game names over here. Although some of these are pretty long, which means they might be easy to find. Because Space Invaders takes up, that's probably like the whole length of the puzzle. Well, maybe not. Although I did just find Berserk, so... The selected word has either already been found or is not in the word list for this puzzle? What? Oh, you actually have to click and drag. Okay. I see how it's going now. Okay, so you click and drag to do a word, and it can go in any direction. So up, down, left, right, or diagonals. What else have we got here? Okay, Missile Command is going up the side here. Takes up almost the entire length. So I imagine Space Invaders is probably taking up an equally massive section somewhere. Just found Donkey Kong way across the bottom here. So we're kind of using up the edges of the playfield here. Okay, I found a few of them so far. I'm still looking for mostly the small ones now. I've got most of the big ones in here already. Let's see what else we got. Okay, that's kind of cheating. We've got Galaga here, or... No, we don't. Oh, that's tricky. This may have been intentional by the person who made this, but we've got Galag-E. Not Galaga. And then Galaxian up this way. So I was about to say you use the same G in two different directions, but nope. That was just Galaxian. Galaga is hiding somewhere else. Sneaky. Or, no, wait, it's hiding like that. Okay, that's even worse, because that means Galaga is overlapping two letters from Galaxian in the same direction. Is that legal? Can you do that in a word search? I don't know. Almost done. Just have Pac-Man and Pong to worry about. I found a pawn, but not a Pong. It's got to be in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm actually finding a lot of pieces of these. So, like, there's a pack right there, but there's not a man on the other side of that. So that's clearly not the pack we're looking for. There might be another pack somewhere else. Well, there kind of has to be, doesn't there? Okay, there's Pong. So all that's left now is Pac-Man. Oh, I found the man, and there's the pack. So, Pac-Man, you have solved the puzzle in 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Well, good for me. So, yeah, that was Word Hunter. A very basic word search program. It does have a print option, and you can even print it with the solution if you wanted to. And you can put in word lists, it can generate the extra letters for you, or just generate the puzzle in completely, possibly. because it has the option to use the current word list, right? So, and yeah, I didn't show this earlier, but it does indeed have the ability to resize itself properly, which is, I wasn't expecting for something like this, given that it doesn't seem to be perfectly made, but it doesn't matter. It actually resizes properly. So yeah, is this worth $20? I would say if you're really into word searches, then it just barely hits that $20 mark, because it's a little lacking in the usability, just in terms of the user interface, because it kind of feels slightly clunky, but at the same time, it does everything it's set out to do. So there is that. And our last dig for today comes from a new digger, Very Softwares, who's dug up DOS games /arcade/AMS. Hey, if this was Mech Warrior, then this would be an anti-missile system, but that's probably not what it is. Instead, we're going to need to use a dir./w. Whole bunch of key, CMT, and SAV files? Huh. We got a doc. We got a few docs, actually. We got the executable itself. There's a files, which is just by itself. There's another executable called map. README is a batch file? Okay. Well, first of all, let's see what's in that readme.batch. Okay, so it just calls a... Wait, that's not going to do anything. You're trying to run a custom reader that you didn't even include? Okay, well, what document are we going to look at first? Probably the AMS doc, because that's the one that was trying to load with that reader there. So, AMS.doc, what have we got? Apollo Mission Simulator. Okay, this document describes the Apollo Mission Simulator version 2.1, a program that simulates manned lunar exploration. Topics include philosophy, version 2.1 description, hardware and software. Okay, so, oh yeah, there is a lot in here. Yeah, and look at the way this has been created. Yeah, so this document was definitely put together in a program that wasn't doing fixed width fonts, because that's very much not. Yeah, some of the spacing here is very different. So when it says .doc, I'm willing to bet this person really was using some kind of document writer of some kind. And that's probably why there was that read thing. But that just makes it even more confusing, because you didn't include the reader, and nobody's going to have a custom reader to read your to read your specially formatted doc file. It could just be something from whatever BBS this was gleaned from, or whoever put it up on whatever BBS this was gleaned from, or whatever. The point is, there's a $20 registration fee for this, so this better be really freaking good. Important, you will avoid a lot of frustration if you read through all of the documentation and go through all of the tutorial lessons at least once before starting the Apollo Mission Simulator. Yeah, because I got a funny feeling this isn't going to be simple. Okay, so AMS is the primary simulation program. To execute, type AMS. The program requires the files lunar.ref, ams.save, which must be in the current directory. Commands accepted by the AMS are given in the commands doc. Make sure the keyboard, caps lock, and numlock features are off. AMS accepts commands until a quit or escape command is received or the pilot dies. Probably the latter. The AMS is exited via the quit command. ams.save is updated with current parameters. The game may be resumed. It almost seems like this game is going to continually update its state, no matter what we do, right or wrong. That may or may not be a good thing, and that may explain the save files that are already in place from whoever initially played this. Okay, this has me worried that in order to alter just basic movement, we have to type in roll, pitch, and yaw. Ooh boy. Although there is an autopilot. Let's try to remember that there's an autopilot, because we may need that, like, really badly. Oh, I've got a really bad feeling about this. Look at it all. 349 lines worth of the command file. This is just so that you understand what commands you have to do everything. I am not an astronaut. I could not go into space with the knowledge I have, given today's technology, and especially not given 1980s technology. So, yeah, I think this mission is doomed, but, oh, okay, put in the right thing there. Yeah, because they've got different doc files here to just cover everything in here. And these are all really big files, like every single one of them. Like, whoever made this clearly had a vision for this thing, like doing all sorts of in-depth stuff and everything. So let's just run it and see what happens. So, ams.save not... Okay, so we're going to have to start a new one. So, type beginning a new game. Type Y to continue previous. Nope. Specify new mobile base location. Let's put it at latitude 45, longitude 45. Specify a new landing site. 4444? Okay, so can we actually play it now? Oh hey, we're actually playing it! Apparently this is a duckware thing that we're in. I have no idea what is going on. We have a lot of numbers. Apparently we have a number of clocks to worry about too. Oh, and I just noticed our altitude is literally 150,000 something. So we're up in the sky right now. Oh, and we're definitely moving because I'm seeing stuff on the scanner in the middle of the screen change. There's a press F10 for help. Okay, so at least we have a command list. That's nice. Okay, we can use the keypad to do the basic movement commands. There was an autopilot though. Let's Control A. So let's do Control A. Did that do anything? Okay, yeah, so it was Shift A, not Control A. But still, nothing seemed to happen when I pushed Shift A. Yeah, I'm not seeing any change. It's just going. Well, we do have some time scales we can do here. So we can go to like fast time. Okay. Now we're going somewhere. Let's do very fast. Oh, it doesn't even update the screen if you do that. So, like, I mean, we're losing some altitude. Maybe that's a good thing? I don't know how long deorbiting is supposed to take when you're going for the moon, but... So it looks like we may also have the ability to go to other parts of the craft. I know that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm not sure... Yeah, there's like a box command, there's a cabin command, dock command. All the dock command did was put me back into normal time. Yeah, so I'm not getting any further than this. There's definitely stuff happening, but I don't have a clue how to get anything to happen here. Like, maybe it's autopiloting, maybe it's not. I don't really know. Like, I've tried pushing a whole bunch of different keys and nothing seemed to do anything. So there's probably like different procedures you're going through. Like, obviously we're in the air right now. We got to land this thing on the moon, whatever we're in. And that just doesn't seem to be going so well. So here's the thing to consider though, when it comes to any kind of game or program that tries to emulate real spaceflight, is that real spaceflight is a heck of a lot more complicated than anything that we typically see in like a video game or something. Because in real life, there are so many variables going on to be able to do all the things that these spacecraft do in order to be able to land in specific positions, get into orbits that don't decay and burn up the craft in an atmosphere or something, being able to time things out, and not to mention the speeds you're going at, because in space, you go a lot faster than you do on the surface of the planet. So yeah, it's always interesting to see a program that tries to bring the realism of real spaceflight into a form factor that a regular person can try to go through. The problem is that, again, I'm not an astronaut, so what I'm looking at right now makes surprisingly little sense to me. I can gather a few things from what I'm seeing. Like, clearly we've got positional altitude there. And then there's also those OL cons things. There's like a battery, oxygen. I'm going to guess hide is hydrogen. RCS would be the thrusters. But yeah, for the most part, I don't understand what I'm seeing. It's only bits and pieces, and that's not enough to play this thing. So that's kind of the crux, is trying to do real spaceflight sort of things on a consumer level is just not very intuitive, because there's so much that has to go into it, and the average person just isn't of the mindset to be able to do any of that. So there's probably a lot more to this program. Like, I mean, a lot more than we're seeing here, but this is the best I'm going to be able to demonstrate.